All right, let's check out the starting group for the Thunder. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Then there's Lou Dort. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Reed in at the shooting guard position. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl-Anthony Towns, Jaden McDaniels out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Mr. Perfect in at the shooting guard. The season is still young, but it's been interesting to watch some of the rookies find their footing here in the NBA, Clark.
That's always one of the more interesting things for me. Everybody's journey of development is their own, and it's different. It has a unique pace. Some guys come in ready to contribute right away. They're in a good situation. Others, it takes a minute for them to find their stride. So watching it all unfold is really pretty cool.
Now here's Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's Holmgren missing. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
So it's Oklahoma City now after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Puts it up. Mr. Perfect gets the bucket.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Many teams try to play two bigs in their lineup, but without success. Grant, what makes Minnesota different?
You know, B.A., the fact that no matter who's in that rotation up front, one of the two bigs can stretch the floor. And then on the defensive side, they use their length to contest shots on the perimeter.
Now here's Edwards. A 32-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can work a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Yep, that one goes. Mr. Perfect's got 9 points.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
It's deflected. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Holmgren. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 9, and it's good. 2 points.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Oklahoma City calls timeout. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Bol, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Gobert. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Kuminga comes in for Williams. Topic is checked in for Reed. And it's Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one hits the back iron. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Here's Mr. Perfect. Kuminga pulls it in.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Got it. Good job in the low post. 58 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Mr. Perfect. And another three for Minnesota.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
Here's Topic. Drops in the layup for two.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Mr. Perfect uses the glass on the layup. Mr. Perfect's got 16 points now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Yes, it's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
No good off the glass. Here's Topic. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First one falls for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Substitution on court.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Reed in at the two-guard position. Thunder trail by 17. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mr. Perfect in their last time out against the Nets put on a show. He dropped in 16 points and knocked down his share of three-pointers. That was a factor, too. And when he plays like that, it's easy to see why this team can be so hard to beat lately. They'll try and stay hot in this one.
Yeah, got it. We saw him play in attack mode the other day. We'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
You know, I think he can. A repeat performance should be no problem for him.
And, you know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And Minnesota again with the bucket.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Pretty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And Williams punches it home.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
They get it back. Gobert. The layup off target.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 19-point game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Reed. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
A minute 37 left in the second. Pass to Holmgren. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Blocked! Reed with it. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Big swat right there from Towns, making his presence felt on the defensive end.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. Takes the 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
And, guys, we've also seen them do a great job with steals. I know that's a stat that can cut both ways. It's not always meaningful, but those turnovers forced can turn into easy baskets at times.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Here's Kuminga. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Kuminga's got 6 in the quarter.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gobert with a block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
Williams from long range. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. A huge 24-point lead for them. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
Please give a big round of applause to the Timberwolves. You can't fool.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. They've got Rudy Gobert. McDaniels out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Edwards, and it's Mr. Perfect in a 2-guard. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Nice shot by Kuminga. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. 4-3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Dort with it. Over Towns. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game.